in 2011, in terms of our investments, folks looking at their own portfolios, a lot of folks wondering, hey, is it right to start throwing money back into stocks again? Can they feel more comfortable about that? Just general stocks, and if so, what you might recommend?
Well, a couple things on that. First off, I think that the extension of the Bush tax cuts was critical for the continued recovery out of the Great Recession. It doesn't make sense to turn around and tax the very people that are creating the jobs and creating the economic stimulus. So that was critical. Now, because that happened, I do think, most financial analysts, I agree, think that at least for the short term, things appear to be coming around. Corporations are showing healthier profits. The stock market is showing signs of life. I think the most important thing, Josh, when you talk about diving back in, is you do need to exercise caution, however. I think if you go all in on any one sector or any one asset class, you run a lot of risks. You've just got to be cautious about that.
So still a little cautious looking at stocks. Mutual funds always a good option.
Mutual funds provide a lot of diversification, where you can put a small amount of money in and get a lot of diversification, but that goes back again to I don't think you want just stock funds or just bond funds. I just think you need a wide diversity of things that have a lot of different types of things in them. So for example, if one zigs, maybe another zags. That way if one asset is way down like the stocks, hopefully not everything is way down.
What about S&P 500 companies? You getting a lot of questions about those in terms of how they may be doing better than some of the other areas of just Wall Street in general?
Well, it's interesting you ask that because usually small company stocks lead the way out of recession, but that has not been true this time around so far. And it's been the larger dividend-paying stocks that have done a little bit better. Going forward, I just think you need a diversity of all those things.
Okay. Let's talk about some tax changes and how that's going to affect, first of all, our paychecks.
Yeah, well, in the extension of the tax cuts, they did put a couple of new things in there, and one of them is for 2011 only. They're reducing the Social Security tax withholding by 2%. So every employee, regardless of income, your take-home pay, the first $110,000 or so you bring home, gross pay, the first $110,000 of gross pay, you're going to increase your take-home pay by 2%. That's a tax break just for 2011.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to add, just looking ahead to this year? I'm sure a lot of folks are feeling better about investing and not only building their retirement, but also just those short-term investments. A lot of folks probably feeling better.
I think the best thing, Josh, is you need to have a plan. We spend hours and hours buying a telephone for the house, or buying a cell phone, or buying a TV for our wall. And many people spend minutes on their financial plan. You need to have a well-developed financial plan where you point at what is it I want to achieve with my money, and then everything you do is to meet that goal, and then you've got to follow your plan.
All right. Can you think of anything else?